You said first. He said anybody else go. Most of the games that he had with like the Lakers, he had to get like he was shooting terrible from the field. I already know they want to shoot that. Yeah, I told people like that left hand dude, they were shooting three, he's like, he I mean, he can get shots up. He don't hit quick. He don't hit shots.
We have spent a lot of time on this. On this chapter. Let us put it to rest and pick chapter 2. And it is the issue about building relationships with our customers. And this is where it starts. And this is the process, the steps that the salesperson will have to go through in order to build the relationship. And here is the sequence. I'm going to run over them. Here we have prospecting the customer. Here we are looking for who? The person to sell to, prospecting. Right? My friend, when I finished my PhD, wanted me to work as an insurance agent. And this is how he wanted me to start. And I didn't know what to do. So I left it. I didn't go into the insurance business. Maybe I would have been making some money. You see, prospecting. Number 2, pre-approach planning. You see, pre-approach before then the approach itself. And I think this is well discussed in your textbook. Now, you identify the individual prospect. You prepare and you have to do the presentation. You talk to the prospect about the product or about the offering. You see, you have to do the presentation. And here we are going to pick each and then know exactly what we have to do as salespersons. The trial close. You see that when you do the presentation, listen, you might want to let the prospect to try the merchandise. You close. Here you determine the objections. You see that prospects, the customers that we do the presentation to, raise objections, questions. They want to find out a little more about their product. This point here deserves a lot of patience, and that is the point where you might, you have to know the product itself. The prospect might even know the product before. Maybe it has purchased the product before. And in comparison with other products, he might be asking questions about price. You have to be patient. You see, don't get angry because you need the money from the person you want to sell. and especially those who sell on commission. You see. Now, that's where you have to entertain the objections, be patient, and then respond to objections. Don't say that, oh, he's asking or she is asking silly questions. You get angry. If you get angry, you lose the business. But you want the business. Do you see? So no matter how foolish the question might appear, be patient and respond. We are going to discuss this thing, and then try and close the business if you are lucky, and the individual customer or prospect agrees to buy, then you have to close the deal. It doesn't end here. Do you see? It doesn't end. Follow up. Do you see? Follow up and provide service to the customer. And in a situation, if you have made or gained the business, and you don't have to give up. You have a question?
Oh, no, my shoulder hurts.
Oh, I thought young men don't have problems with their body. No, I thought it's only those of us who are older who have problems, not knowing that young men and women with nice haircut have problems with their bodies. Hello. You don't have to give up as a salesperson. You don't have to give up. Don't give up. Keep selling. Keep talking. And you might get it. Business. Very, very important. All that it requires here is patience, patience, patience as a salesperson. And note that as I talked about today, you see that interest is increasingly, coming with foreign consumers because the domestic market is saturated. So many businesses, and it is very, very difficult to expand your customer base domestically. You have to go outside for foreign markets. And so many companies have gone out. Small, medium, and large, they are all going out. And you have to have patience. Don't go and be ethnocentric. You have to respect anybody that you meet. Don't say that you are in Mexico and the Mexicans don't speak English and all kind of things and you go and disrespect them. Don't do that. Don't do that. Respect the people. Respect the culture. I didn't tell you my story. When was that? I think in 2000, well, that's 1994, 1994. 1992. I had gone to Ghana to collect data for my dissertation. And anytime I was there, I was at the University of Ghana, where I graduated from. You see, University of Ghana, the size is about Virginia Tech. maybe even bigger. And we went to the lounge to eat. This is an example that I have been telling my students. And some of the people, the professors who have gone there were eating with their fingers. Do you see? And I overheard some young men who had gathered there this criticizing, this is nasty.
Well, isn't it kind of nasty?
They said nasty because they were eating with their fingers. Nasty. And I overheard it. So I called them. Two of them came. The question is, how do you eat your hamburgers or cheeseburgers? And they were quiet. I said, how do you eat your chicken wings? You see the point I was making? I said, you eat, when you buy the hamburgers, they realize that I knew this place. I said, look, when you buy your hamburgers or cheeseburgers, you pick the food up with both hands and you eat it. Is that different from what these people are doing? Do you see? When you buy the chicken wings, you eat with your fingers. It's not different from the way these people are doing. And because it is here, you think it is nasty as you indicated. Anyway, what are you doing here? And they told me that they had come there from Nigeria. There were students there. And Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and some of them were students at University of Ghana. Then I told them, please, don't do that. Don't do that again. It is the culture of the people to eat this way, the way they are eating. It emphasizes sharing. You see that you cannot eat rice using cutlery in the bowl if 2 or 3 people are eating. You're going to be crashing in the bowl. It is better to eat with the fingers. And it is not only in Ghana that we eat some of the food with their fingers, just as it happens here. If you do this in Nigeria, if you go to Nigeria and begin doing this, you get lost. Yes, you get lost. They'll kill you. Yes, no, don't open your eyes and behave. Killing is not here. Last night, don't you hear that some people have been shot dead?
Where?
You didn't listen to the news?
No. What?
Okay. Find out. Go to the library. I'm giving you an assignment. Go to the library and find it out.
Come on, yo, let's eat. Right? You gotta sit on.
Okay. Last week or last 2 weeks, were not people were not killed.
Dude got shot by Hardys.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
And even I think in the neighborhood here, in the neighborhood here, I think in Blofield.
Yeah, it was right down the street by Hardy. Got popped.
You see?
Yeah.
So
He got hit. He's still alive though.
now, in chapter 1, please note, get all this prospecting. Do you see? Prospecting, pre-approach. Note this, the approach, this is the time when you are meeting the prospect. Do you see? No, presentation. You got to go through all this, and these steps have been discussed in the textbook. Trial close, asking prospect opinion during and after presentation. And objections. You have to find out. You see that even the non-spoken language, the appearance, the facial look, the looks of the person might indicate that the person is raising some objections to what you are saying. Patience. Do you see? Do you see? Meet the objections here. It means that you have to do what? You have to answer questions as they do arise. Oh. Then here, follow up and service. Serve customer after the sale, after sales service. Don't let us forget about this. Any question or questions? Any question or questions for this? If you don't have questions, remember, I have an assignment. This is the 5-page work that you are going to do. It is based on this. I'm going to reformat, modify that assignment, which I told you is on chapter 7. Do you see other chapters are included that you need to write the paper? It's only 5 pages. That will be the project that you are going to do for the class. You can, if you agree, I can put you in groups. But if not, then you are going to do it individually. Yes, sir.
I'm a little bit, this is kind of like for this class, but all 3 classes I have with you, because I'm a little bit confused about exactly what the assignments are. And the thing is, I'm a little bit concerned because I have 3 classes with you, and I have a feeling that all the assignments, all the projects are going to be due exactly at the same time, and that I don't know what they are even yet, and they're going to be like due in like February or something, and
Okay.
And I feel like we need to get a
You are asking this question because you have not been to these classes often. You remember I told you even the test dates that on the 9th, I have discussed this, that we are going to push these things. We are going to make some changes. Have I not stated this?
I know, but I already see a problem coming, so I'm just letting you know.
What is the problem that is coming?
Everything's going to be due at the same time.
For me, I'm ready.
And we don't even know what the assignment is yet, right?
Folks, the assignment is indicated in this 5-page paper. It's on the syllabus. The only this thing that I'm going to do is to make what? I will modify it to make it clear to you, for you to do it individually or in groups.
What I'm telling you though is that we need clear instructions. Like we need to know exactly what is expected of us and when it's due.
I cannot.
We need to know well in advance.
Okay.
I don't know if you're laughing at me or not, but you'll see what I'm talking about. When he sends an email saying that it's due tomorrow, because that's happened. So I'm just letting you know.
Have you finished? Let us pick up chapter 2. Please, whatever you are doing, I want you to get involved with this discussions. Chapter 2 is on relationship marketing. Chapter 2 is on relationship marketing, where personal selling fits. Build relationship, create a customer, come up with all the strategies, get a customer to be a repeat customer, let the customer become a loyal customer and advocate. Selling is important in doing this, you see. So, here we are describing business. What does business involve? You see, we build a business not because of our personal gain, that we want to make the money, right? But we want to offer the product that will improve the condition or conditions of the community in which we do our business. That is all. That is why we are able to sell to the individual customer or customers. You see, the individual's situation or condition or well-being is enhanced. That is what business is all about. It is not only for. Now, this requires making a profit in order to do what? To operate the business and provide products that will benefit or are beneficial to the community or to the market. To improve the conditions of the individuals, to improve the well-being, the welfare of the market is to provide the product that the community needs. Now, profit is needed. If you make the profit, when the profits are made, we reinvest the profits. I think my students will stop talking in the class. My students will stop fidgeting with their mobile phones. Stop just that and help me to teach the class. If the business makes profit, there's what? Reinvestment of the profit in the marketplace, in the community that we serve, to improve the community. The profit that the business makes is used to increase the production of the business, the running, the management of the business. People or businesses are not set up to make losses, even though situations are there, conditions are there that some businesses lose when they are set up, you see. So, these are the requirements that profits are made. We have two functions of businesses. Two functions of businesses. Here, production of goods or creating of services. We produce the goods or we create the services. When these goods are made or when these services are produced, we don't let the goods, the products or the services sit in the warehouse. We have to market the goods or services.
What was
Yes,
the
sir.
third profit?
Pardon me?
What was the third bullet for profit?
On the last slide, what was the third one? Because I didn't get it either. Can you get back one slide, please?
You want me to go back?
Yeah, I just want to see the last profit. Yeah, that one right there.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. When you make profits, what do you do with the profits? You have to reinvest. That is all these three are all about. You don't make the profit and pocket the profit.
Okay,
Reinvest.
thank you.
My pleasure. And these are the two functions: create the product and market the product. Now, let us look at this, the primary goal of business. The primary goal of business. And you see that the last point that is being made takes us back to the golden rule of selling. It takes us back to the golden rule of selling. Do you see? Treat everyone fairly. Do not maltreat. Do not cheat the customer who comes to you. You see? So, the purpose of business here is what? To make the environment, the business environment, where everybody, the customers who come to us, are fairly well treated. Do not treat the customer badly. Note that you yourself want to be treated fairly. And therefore, it has to be what? A two-way journey, two-way road. Treat me well. Tomorrow you will also go somewhere and also be buying. Somebody has to treat you well. So we saw the two functions. The creation of the business to improve the conditions of the community that we serve. And when the product is manufactured or the service is created, we have to market the product or the service. What is marketing? What is marketing? What does marketing involve? All of you, if you took the class online, Principles of Marketing online or in class, this should not be too difficult to explain. If you live here and then you get a job as a manager or marketing manager, and you go and do presentation, you meet a prospect and somebody asks you the question, you should be able to explain what it means by marketing. What is it? All of you.
Sell. Selling.
Okay. He is defining marketing as what? Selling. What else? What is marketing? All of you, not only one person.
So marketing is basically like what you do to like promote your goods and stuff that you have, but like you have a business and you want to get your business out there, you want to market. So that, you know what I'm saying, that's part of the market.
What did he say?
Basically advertising.
Huh?
Advertising.
Advertising.
Kind of was, yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
What else? Now you see that you are coming up with what? Different definitions of marketing.
I think on top of like advertising, it's also placement of your products and what's it surrounded by.
Who else? You see, in explaining or defining marketing, all these concepts take place are there. You see? So let us see. Look at this. That is an activity or set of institutions and processes for creating or manufacturing the product. And look at this concept here, communicating, informing the customer about the product and delivering, do you see, value to the customers. Create the product, inform the customer about the product, and deliver value to the customers, to the clients or partners, and society at large. Marketing. Manufacturing the product, creating the product, and informing the customer, informing your partners, informing your clients about the product or the service so designed and deliver value. We deliver value. Here, what is value? What is value? Friends, if we say offering or exchanging, delivering the product that has value to the customer, what is it that the customer, what is it that is valuable to the customer? What is it that it's valuable to the client? What is it that is valuable to the partners that you deal with, that you are exchanging? Let us not gloss over this. Let us try and see what we do mean, what it means by value. I went for an interview. Not here. I was looking to become a teacher. And we went and took the test. And we had a break. We walked in front of the museum. And my friends asked me, let us enter into the building. Let us go into the museum and see what is there. I said, no. It's time, let us go. If I had gone in there, my problem would have been solved for me. I went in there. As soon as I entered, the committee that was giving the interview asked me, first question, they said, spell museum. You see, my insistence that we do not go there did not help me. I couldn't spell museum. I had finished middle school. I couldn't spell it. I came out, and after the interview, my friends asked me, I said, I'm sorry, please forgive me. They asked me to spell museum, and I couldn't spell it. If we had gone in there, maybe I would have learned how to spell it. Don't let us take things for granted. I want us to learn what it means by value. What is value? You see that companies, sellers, exchange products, services that are valuable to us. Let us understand what it means by value. Who will pick it up? Value.
Things we need.
Pardon me?
Things we need.
Your need?
Yeah. Value, something you need.
Okay. Who else? Value. You are sitting at the back there laughing.
Me?
Platon, what is value?
Value?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like value of like stocks, you know, is like how much they cost, you know, like what is like how much value, for example, like I don't know how to explain. Like one T-shirt and another T-shirt, or one T-shirt can cost like $5, another T-shirt can cost like $25. This is the value of the like price or T-shirt. I don't know. What is this?
Did you get anything from what he said?
He said the value could be like say one shirt costs higher than the other, but I don't think value has like anything to do with price, whereas I think it's just like the worth it is to the customer, rather than not how much it costs.
That's what my man said.
No, not how much it's worth, but the worth to you.
Oh, word. I hear you.
Why do we buy? I will come to what you said, but the question is that the question I'm asking is going to help us to understand it. Why do we buy goods? Why do we pay?
Because we need them.
It means something to
Yeah,
us.
we need them, we want them, and they, you know what I'm saying? It means something to us.
Yeah.
Has a value.
They married to honor. You know what I'm saying?
I buy things because it has value for me.
Value.
What is the value?
I'm carrying my books.
Purpose. No, you are not explaining what it means by value. You need it, that's why you purchased it. But why is it valuable to you?
They want it.
Because it can
fills that
fulfill a good,
purpose.
A good feeling. You want that feel good feeling. You feel it.
Yeah, what?
That feel good feeling.
I think he explained it pretty well. I think we can move on now.
So if you go and do presentation, they ask you what is value. How? Tell the class exactly how you are going to respond.
What you say, or something is worth for you, like if you use it in your life. How worth it is for you.
Yeah, it's useful, but how did you get it?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Why did you buy that shirt?
You are asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. What's the value of that shirt to you?
I don't get what you are saying.
They said, like, why did you buy that shirt? What made you buy that shirt?
Why did you buy that shirt?
I want to wear it.
So that's your value. You wanted to wear it.
So it's valuable to you, right?
Huh?
It's valuable to you.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, that's
And
worth it.
the question is,
For any cause, right?
Listen. Don't play with this. I want you to explain this concept of value. You are not getting it. He is trying, and somebody else also tried. Now you are eliminating the concept of price. You see, in explaining this here, I paid for it. Do you see? I paid for it. It cost me money to buy it. Why did I buy it? And he said, it's because it benefits me. So how would you explain it? In explaining the cost of value, you have to what? Come up with what? The cost. The difference between the cost of buying the product and the benefit that you derive in buying the product. Use these concepts. But my friend was trying to eliminate that price is not important, but it is true. It is so important, the price that we pay to get possession of the product and use the product. Now we pay and use the product. The benefit that we derive Do you see? By paying for the product is what we are talking about as what? Value. Yes, sir.
It's okay though, but to everybody, price don't matter. Like to rich people, price don't matter.
Price, yeah, price matters. If you are explaining this, if you are explaining the concept of value, price, or how much it costs you is important. You have to include this in your explanation. Okay. Now, use your cellular phone, your mobile phone. Look for the concept of value. Have you found it? Have you found it? What is it? Can you read it to us?
Like the importance, worth, or usefulness of something.
Is that all?
Value implies the meeting of a need that someone has.
Who else? Please, in your explanation of value, please begin by talking about the price that you pay for a product or a service and the benefit that you derive or you gain by paying for the product or the service. That is value. What purpose for which you paid the price to own the price, to own the product or the service? That is value. So, you see that it's coming. Look at the money that this person is exchanging. You see, it's exchanging. Exchanging is paying something, money, for the merchandise. And that person, or I am not buying the product just because I have money. I have to derive something from it. The benefits that I will derive by paying for the merchandise or the service. I go to the basketball court to watch. I pay to go there. I expect entertainment there. That is the benefit for me to pay and then enter in there. So, you see, these two people, they are exchanging something of value. Production. We know this concept. Companies' main motive, their main aim is to produce. Produce what? What people need, what people want. People want the product. And we look at these two concepts. Want is different from need. We want the merchandise. It is what? It is not compulsory that I buy the product. But if it is a need, then it's compulsory. I have to pay for it. But this is want. I can buy it or refuse to buy it. Now, when the product is manufactured, it has to be sold. It has to be pushed out. If you went through the principles of marketing, the history behind marketing, you might remember the selling, the production era and the selling era, right? When the product has to be distributed. And in those days, in the large cities like Chicago, business people emerged. The print house emerged. And these helped in what? Advertising. Informing the customer about what? The availability of the product. Sell, sell, sell. Now, during the production era here, they said Henry Ford would tell you, hey, produce the quality automobile. It will sell itself. So the emphasis on production, the good quality product. The quality product easily sells itself. Then we entered into this period of selling. The product has to be moved. The product has to go. Because we will not produce and keep the product in the warehouse. We have to let the customer know the availability of the product, where to pick the product. You see, we have to do demonstrations, do presentations to our customers. That is what selling here involves. Do the presentations, inform the customer, describe what the product is about, what the product can do for the customer or the prospect. Right? Your presentation should be on the product. And that is why I keep telling you, as a salesperson, you have to know the product. You cannot do any presentation to the prospect without knowing the product. You should know exactly what the product is about, the benefits that the product can do for the prospect. So, when the product is made,
It's 12:51.
it has to be sold. It has to go. See. So management is what? The focus of management is selling. Sell. That is what management knows. We will stop on this. Continue here.
Oh, stop, man. Wait, Megan. Yeah, for the rest of y'all, get all my boys, man. Hey, what's wrong with you, Pop? What's the new game, Pop?
Get my necklace back. It means something to me.
Watch out.
Watch out.
All right, man.
Okay, sir.
Don't ask me that question in class again. Is that okay?
What? The value?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I was asking you to explain to me.
No, I'm saying we explained it, but that was asking you, like, for example, what's the value of that shirt? Same way with the value of the jacket. It's a good point.
Sounds like a good point. It's a good view. It's a different way to look at it.
You're saying like everybody's a different value of different things. For everything, basically.
Everybody, we don't place different values on what we buy, because The concept that I want you to understand, that I was trying to, wanted you to know, our friend was trying to discount the question of price. But it is not true. You cannot remove price. We pay. I paid for this. There's a reason why. You see, to wear it. What is it? To keep me warm. To make me look what? Nice. That is the benefit. So anytime that you go out to do presentation and they ask you, you have to do it well. And that is what I wanted you to do. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that is what I want you to do. Don't go and misrepresent yourself. If you go and if you don't do it well, it comes to the college. You say, where did you go to? Then it comes to who taught him marketing. You understand what I'm saying? And that is why I'm always concerned that I want my students to do it and do it right. And don't play when you come to class. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. How is Pepsi doing?
It's doing good.
Good.
I'm sorry I was late this morning. I wrote that nosebleed on the way, but that's why I had to drop my stuff off and go in the bathroom. I had to close all of them more. I even got a little bit left on here, so I had not wear my sweatshirt. That's why I was late this morning. Sorry.
That's okay.
I had to pull over on the right as soon as you get off 460, like coming from Mercer Mall. I had to pull off the side right there.
Okay.
Try to clean up my truck a little bit. Can you start, if it's possible, to put the PowerPoints up like before you do them? That way, like I can have them up beside my notes on my iPad whenever you go over them.
Will I go over them?
Yeah, can you put the PowerPoints online?
It is there.
Like before you do them in class.
No, the PowerPoints are already there. I have already
up.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one that I see whenever I pull it up is one. Yeah, let me get see.
It's. One, two,
The one that you're going over right now is up.
Yeah, they are there.
Tell her I've got me smacked around in the classroom right now.